am Iyanla Vanzant, and you're watching DatzHott.com.
I know a lot of folks are wondering, is President Trump actually divisive, or is he bringing people together? Because rapper Wale says he's bringing people together.
If there's any silver lining in this shit, is that people of all walks of life are coming together, and that shit makes me feel proud, like for humanity. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a wild person in charge right now, but what I see happening is like less hate amongst different creeds and walks of life, like, you know what I'm saying, the Muslims, the Jews, the gays, all the transgender, all people are just like, you know what, like there's a greater purpose, like there's a bigger enemy.
I think when you have a presidential candidate and then a president for whom a previous Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan claims that we're finally moving in the right direction as a nation, he's not bringing us together. And I really hope that everybody in this country, not just black people, but everybody stays incredibly woke over the next 4 years, because I think that this administration's goal is to take back all of the civil liberties that people didn't just march for, but people died for. And I, for one, am not giving up 1 inch of the liberties that my parents and grandparents bled in the streets for. Not 1 inch, not one fucking penny.
How are we gonna stay woke? I know you probably are reading books and everything. How are we gonna stay woke?
Pay attention. Read the news every single day. Watch what this administration is doing. Talk to people around you. Organize. Read. So many of the advancements that we made over the last, not just 8 years, but the last 100 years, they're incremental, and they have to do with poverty and access to medical care and access to resources, access to jobs. And this administration wants to roll those gains back, and it can't just be about complaining with your friends. It's got to be about getting out, marching, organizing, writing letters, calling your representatives. Every single leap forward we've had culturally has become because Americans gathered and organized, sat at those tables where black people were not allowed to sit, at those lunch counters, marched in them streets, got bitten by dogs, got hit by water hoses. Marching and organizing and protesting, it's always worked. It worked for the Tea Party, it worked for black people, it worked for women. It's going to continue to work, but you can't just sit at home and complain.
I think what the person who's been elected to the White House, is showing us is what we need to do to heal. I think he's showing us the places where we have bad behavior. I think he's showing us the places where we've allowed little slights to go by. I think he's showing us the places where we need to put our foot down and be clear about who we are and what we want and how to ask for it. So I think that he's showing us the work that we have to do, and that's a good thing.
The first question I want to ask you is that rapper Wale says that President Trump is actually bringing people together, whereas some people say he's divisive. What are your thoughts?
He may be bringing people together in this respect by his xenophobic policies, by the racially motivated voter suppression. He is catalyzing a movement of resistance. That is to say, there are people in this country who believe that you cannot suppress our votes and also ask for our votes. You cannot impose a refugee ban that is religiously motivated. The point being here is, in many ways, some of these policies of the president represent a moment where we've literally are saying to a generation, you got to be woke. It's not even a matter of staying woke, it's a matter of getting woke for some folks. And so I can't say he's bringing us together in his cause, he's bringing us together in opposition to his cause.
So you mentioned staying woke. So how is it that, Hollywood and the NAACP are going to help young folks to make sure that we stay woke and that we stay on top of this man for these next 4 years?
Here's how. The folks in the entertainment industry who are the most progressive, the most woke, are literally standing in the lineage and legacy of Lena Horne and Harry Belafonte right now. This is a Twitter age civil rights movement right now. And so to the extent that artists and entertainers put on the screen, put on vinyl, so to speak, put on our devices images and music to speak to what we can do, what we can create, how powerful we are. We assert ourselves as not only human beings, but as citizens. That's important. Where you have people like John Legend and Ava DuVernay talking about the criminal justice system, that helps people and empowers them to be advocates. And I can tell you this, when Chance the Rapper partners with the NAACP and we register 1,000 young people in a single night, that speaks to what we can do.